Hey everybody, Chris Simmons here, Manstrations Gaming, manstrations.com. Today I want to do another review. So for anybody that caught my review the other day, I did the 3D Pulse headset. I think, it went pretty good. One of my most watched videos, so I appreciate that. For the most part, it seemed like everybody appreciated it. There are a few negative comments here and there, but, that's to be expected, no big deal. But while I was doing that review, I had brought up the Lenovo H500 Pro headset, the Lenovo Legion H500 Pro headset. So I thought, might as well review it, right? It's I brought it up. It's a good headset, so I thought I'd go ahead and review that. But before we get into that, if you like the video, please hit that like button. If you want to see more content, more reviews, streaming, that sort of thing, please hit the subscribe button. If you want to help me out, share it with your friends. The more people that see it, the more that helps me out. So I really appreciate that. So let's go ahead and get into this review. So the Lenovo Legion H500 Pro headset. Here it is here. Just kind of show you that's what it looks like on the side. You got the little microphone here that comes in and out. Kind of looks like that. It's a pretty solid headset. So just as a kind of an introduction, it's a steel frame. It's very comfortable. Noise cancellation actually is pretty good on it too. As far as headsets go, it's probably the best headset I've ever used. I've had different headsets. I've had Turtle Beach, I've had Sharkon, I've had Beats. I've spent $100, $200, $300, probably max $350 for me personally. And this headset sets the bar. It's one of the best headsets I've ever used. Like I mentioned, steel frame. The construction is really good on it. It's solid. I've had them for about 6 months, not quite 6 months. They still seem like they're brand new, mint condition. I primarily use them for my Xbox. They're actually designed for PC gaming, and we'll get into that. There's a little bit of a disadvantage to these if you do play on console, but I'll get to that at the end. But from a pro's perspective, it's solid. The thing is built great. The noise cancellation is fantastic. I've had people come into my office, my kids, my wife, come in. I don't even realize. And I can see the door. And I don't even realize that they're in there until they start, talking. And they're like, hey, I'm looking, I'm trying to talk to you. So the noise cancellation is great. The sound, it's 7.1 surround sound. It actually comes with a separate piece. So you can kind of see here with the 7.1 surround. And an equalizer, and that's actually a USB connector versus the actual 3.5 millimeter connector that you use with console. So basically, kind of getting ahead of myself here. The construction is great. The audio is fantastic. There are multiple ways that you can use this device. So you can plug it in using the 3.5 millimeter connector. You can plug it right into, I actually plug it into my capture card a lot. I have a Razer capture card. I plug it directly into my Elite 2 controller for Xbox. I plug it right into my PS4 controller. And then I plug it into my PC using the 7.1 adapter. So there's a ton of versatility with this headset. And the audio is just fantastic. The 7.1, I use it a lot with like Netflix. If I'm sitting in here, I'm upstairs in my office, sometimes I'll be watching Netflix or whatever. Kids are asleep, wife's asleep. So I'll use the headset, and the surround sound is fantastic. The bass is good. It's just all around from an audio perspective. It's a fantastic headset. And it's only $100. Right now, it's actually on sale for like $85, but the list price is $99.99, so $100. And you just can't beat it. It's one of the best headsets I've ever used. Like I said, I've had, like I mentioned earlier, Sharkon. I've had Turtle Beach. I've had, I think they're called the PX4s for the PlayStation. I've had a set of Beats. I have some in-ear headphones that are pretty good for the price, but as far as gaming headsets go, this gaming headset is fantastic. One of my favorite features on it is actually the retractable microphone. So I'll just slip those on there again. And I mean, they're so comfortable. I've worn these for 3, 4, 5 hours at a time. And I've never had any ear fatigue. They fit so comfortable. The leather on the headband, you can kind of move it up and down. It's on these, as you can see, they're kind of on these little springs here. Very comfortable. I just can't say enough how comfortable they are. The microphone, it is retractable, so it's kind of hard to see there, but you can kind of move it around, and then when you're finished, you just kind of slide it back in. And that's one of my favorite features, primarily because with some of the other headsets where you have a detachable microphone, I've noticed that breaks fairly easily. I've had to replace a few in the past. So it's a very positive, in my opinion, that you can actually push it back into the headset. I think the only negative thing I have to say about the headset itself is that if you do use it on console and you're using just the 3.5 millimeter connector, you don't have the benefit of the little doggle here, which actually allows you to turn the volume up and down, allows you to mute your microphone for chat, and then also allows you to toggle between the 7.5 or 7.1, and then also use the equalizer function. So that is kind of a drawback for console. It is a Lenovo product. Obviously, it's designed for PC gaming and for use with the PC. And there could be a workaround for that. I'm not really sure. It hasn't really been an issue for me when I plug it into my Xbox. I don't really see any problems. I don't really have any problems hearing chat or hearing the game itself. And if I'm using my PC, a lot of times I'll turn either the Razer, the capture card settings. I'll change the volume that way. I think it's Synopsys is the program that you use with Razer products. Or I'll just change the volume on my computer, the ordinary way you would if you were just using a speaker. So I actually don't use the toggle much. It is convenient. You do kind of strap it to yourself, and I will find myself clicking it every now and again to turn volume up for a show or turn it down if I want to try and hear something outside. But with the noise cancellation, it's kind of hard to hear anything. So anyway, I just wanted to do a quick review of that because I had mentioned them the other day. And I know, in some of the comments, people were talking about some other headsets and we're talking about the 3D audio for the 3D Pulse headset. And since I mentioned it, I just wanted to go ahead and do a review of it and just say, in my opinion, again, one of the best headsets I've ever used, especially for the price. I mean, you can easily spend, $400, $500, $600 on a headset, and I'm sure the audio is probably better. I would hope so. I've never used a headset that is that expensive, so I can't really comment on that. But I would assume that if you're paying, $500, $600, $700 for a headset, I mean, you can spend $1,000 on a headset. The Lenovo Legion H500 Pro is fantastic audio for the price. It's the best, sub $100. I mean, it's really $100. Sub $100 headset on the market. I haven't found anything better. The Pulse, the 3D Pulse, from a pure audio standpoint, is not better. And it's the same price. Right out of the same list price. Like I said, you can get this Legion headset for cheaper now, and it's been like that for a while. I mean, I only paid like $75 for them, brand new. But within that range of $75 to $150, I would say this is the best headset I've ever used, hands down, no question about it. I'm really pleased with how well it's constructed. I'm really pleased with the audio. The 7.1 surround sound is fantastic. Like I said, just to reiterate, the only downside if you're a console gamer and that's what you're looking for, is if you're going to use the 3.5 millimeter connector, you don't have that versatility that other headsets have, where you can adjust the chat settings. Now, if you were to use a particularly for Xbox, they do have these types of little adapters, and kind of tough to see with the light there. You might be able to, you should be able to use that and adjust the volume and game volume and chat volume. I haven't. Like I said earlier, I just haven't had the need for it. I don't feel like it's a necessity. But that is possibly an option. I'm sure there are other workarounds. You can probably find YouTube videos on different ways to optimize the headset itself. But just purely for someone that wants to plug it in and use it, and it be good audio, and a reasonable price, so you're not breaking the bank on a headset. This is just, you can't lose with this. I can't recommend it enough. And disclaimer, and just so we're clear, I'm not associated with Lenovo at all. I paid for them. I didn't get this headset. I'm not reviewing it because they sent it to me and were like, hey, can you review this? And by the way, it was free, so help us out here. No, I paid for them long before I ever thought I was going to do any type of review videos. And I've been using them for quite a while, and I just don't see many downsides to them. It's just a great headset. So that being said, I think that wraps this review up real quick. I just wanted to get it out there because I did mention it the other day, and with the PlayStation 5 and the Xbox Series X and Series S coming out, people are going to be looking for headsets, and so I just wanted to get that out there. If you're looking for a good headset, I'm assuming that they will be compatible with the next generation of gaming consoles. I'm not 100% sure, but most of them, I'm pretty sure, are 3.5 millimeter connectors, so it shouldn't be an issue. And I would be really surprised if they didn't work on next-gen consoles. And so I guess that is one. I didn't think about that, but if that is a concern, you might want to hold off until you get the console and you can make sure that it will work together. It should, particularly the Xbox, because the series, or the Elite Series 2 controllers are supposed to work with the new Xbox, and this works with that controller. So it should work with any controller that you can plug the 3.5 in. I'd be surprised if it's an issue. Same thing with the PlayStation. I've plugged this into the PS4 controller. I'd be really surprised if you can't plug it into the PS5 controller. So shouldn't be an issue, but if there is a concern, you might want to hold off. But otherwise, it's a great headset. I can't say it enough. It's fantastic. It's the best headset I've bought in a long time. It sounds just as good as the $150 Beats that I have. It sounds just as good as the old Turtle Beach and Sharkon headsets that I've spent $200-300 on. I just can't imagine there being many headsets out there, particularly for $100, that are even in the same ballpark. I think they're considerably better than the 3D Pulse headset. The only thing that could potentially save, and they're right behind me, I'm kind of nodding to them. The only thing that could potentially save the Pulse 3D headset is the 3D audio technology of the PS5. I'm kind of holding off on that. I know there were some negative comments on my video about that. When I can get my hands on a PlayStation, I will be reviewing the 3D audio. I'm really hoping it's a game changer. I've watched a couple of videos on how it's supposed to work and all that, and it sounds like it's going to be really cool, and it could be a big game changer. So that's another thing. If you are looking to get a PS5, you might want to hold off on getting a headset like the Lenovo until we find out what this 3D Pulse technology is going to really sound like. It could make that headset behind me, actually better than this headset from an audio standpoint if the 3D audio technology really does stand out. I kind of have my doubts every time we have a new console. We get these gimmicks that are going to change the game and all that, like the Kinect and different things, and they don't really pan out. But the 3D audio does seem promising. We'll see. But at the end of the day, aside from that, this headset, the Lenovo Legion H500 Pro, is just leagues above the 3D Pulse headset, in my opinion. In comfort, in construction, in even the audio itself, I thought was better. The bass is better. Having the option of going to 7.1 surround is better. I can't speak highly enough about this headset. Better than any headset I've used, and not just the Pulse. I mean, I'm not shitting on the Pulse on purpose. I paid $100 for those. I'm hoping that the 3D audio technology is really good. I'm just really impressed with the Lenovo headset. So That's it for this review. Hopefully you found it helpful. If you did, please hit the like button. You think I'm crazy, hit the dislike button. If you've used them and you want to comment, let me know. If you have any problems with them, let me know. Comment should be available as soon as this posts. If you like them, let me know you like them. If you've had any problems, if they've torn, the construction seems so good to me. And like I said, I've had them for so long and I've used them for hundreds of hours at this point. And I feel like they're still basically mint condition. Like nothing on them is messed up. There's not even a scratch on them. So I'm like really pleased with the steel frame and the leather they chose and all that. But if you've had problems, let me know in the comments. And if you like the video, please subscribe and share with your friends. And hopefully I can get you some more content soon. Have a good day.